Yo, wait a minute. SlimKirby, didn't you kill the Black Knight?
Yeah,
Then why is he still in the intro?
because I'm too lazy to take him out.
Oh, okay then.
Hello everybody, SlimKirby here. Welcome back to Let's Play Fire Emblem Path of Radiance. Today we're going to do Chapter 28. The final numbered chapter, because the final chapter is actually called Endgame. So, yeah, this is the last numbered chapter. I guess it's not really that worth mentioning because it's not the last chapter, but whatever. Just a little fun fact for those who are new to this game. So, I delayed this project for a day, if you noticed from the uploads on Tuesday. Originally, this chapter was supposed to be uploaded on Tuesday, but I changed the uploads to Wednesday because of basically two things. First of all, I was running pretty late on getting this chapter recorded. I started trying to record it on Monday evening, but that didn't really work out to my favor very well. Had a few errors, and I also had to redo the entire chapter due to me being an idiot and not playing smart enough for this game. The second reason was I was also supposed to work on Tuesday, and since I already had the Mario parties ready, I just thought I'd go ahead and benefit myself by uploading those, and then also those who like Mario Party can also enjoy that as well, so I felt that was probably the best decision I made. But yeah, this actually took me 3 tries. I told you the first time I failed. Second time, I also failed. I lost another character on my second replay of this chapter, which is very ironic because I didn't lose them in the same way, but I lost them in pretty much the same place. I lost both characters when the enemy only had 4 or 5 units left, so I got that close to finishing the chapter, and then I just kind of lost it. Lost it in one very lucky enemy turn. I'll talk about those failed attempts later. Right now I just want to get through back to the storyline. So, Chapter 28, Ena has led us to this weird tower where Leanne is apparently being held. But there seems to be a bit of a problem. The tower is guarded by a whole army of the feral laguz. And if we remember anything about the feral laguz, they're very powerful. And they don't change their form. So we have to deal with laguz always in their laguz forms in this chapter, which can be very difficult. Laguz generally are stronger than most other units, especially when you have magic users running around. So you generally want to try to bring more attacking units rather than magic units, but I wouldn't say you should just completely not take magic units, because obviously you need a few units so you can heal, and then you also some weapons that magic users have can be very effective as well. So yeah, just don't neglect magic users completely, but make sure you have a few of them. And make sure you take your best units and your best defenders, because this army will rip you apart if you're not careful. It really will. As for items you want to bring, mostly bring laguz slaying weapons, laguz slayers, laguz axes, laguz lances, and laguz bows. Keep in mind that beast laguz are weak against fire magic, dragon weak against lightning magic, and ravens and hawks weak against wind magic, so keep that in mind as well. So yeah, there are a few dragons on the battlefield. I find this kind of ironic because when Ena was telling us about the army, she said that there were 10 dragon units. However, if you look at the battlefield, there are only 3. And from playing this chapter a few times, that is how many you'll actually have to face. You don't have to fight 10, thankfully. If you had to fight 10, well, you wouldn't be screwed necessarily, but it would be a rough time. It really would be. Dragons are no joke in this game. True, they can only attack from 1 space away. They only have 1 range, but they attack so powerfully, even a unit that has solid defenses will still be dealt at least 20 damage, usually. Might not always be the case. For Gotri, maybe not 20 damage, but since Gotri is so slow, he'd probably get attacked twice by a dragon, so it probably would be more than 20 damage. So just be very careful when you're dealing with a dragon unit. I'd say make sure you get rid of all units that are also in range along with the dragon. And then when the dragon is all alone by himself, lure the dragon out with one of your better defenders and also a fast character, just in case you don't want to get doubled or anything. And then just lure him out and then just completely surround him and take him out in 1 turn. That's the best way to deal with a dragon. The dragons generally won't move towards you unless you're in their range. There is one exception in this battle. The dragon to the far left. He'll definitely move when you're in even if you're not in his range. But you have to be at least, I think, 1 square away for him to move. So don't worry about that too much. Right now, sorry, I'm kind of getting behind myself right now. I went through all my units, and all the weapons they have, just to show you what they all have equipped and stuff. You'll see that a lot of characters have laguz slaying weapons, which is what I intended. Oscar doesn't, unfortunately. I don't think Neffany does either, so I won't be using them as much, but I'll be using a lot of Kieran, Jill, Boyd, Gotri, Rolf, and Zahark in this chapter. And also, since Ike is max level now, I'm going to refrain from using Ike very much. If I do use Ike, it's because there was just 1 unit that I wanted to weaken with Ike, or if I wanted to use Ike as a shield and didn't really care if he got the kills or not. So that's basically all I did there. Also, before I forget, Chapter 28's base. There are no info conversations for this chapter. I don't think there are anyways. There might have been a secret one that I didn't see, but I doubt it. And as for supports, I didn't have any supports either. I'm getting kind of worried about the supports, though, because I still haven't gotten Mist and Boyd's A conversation, and since this is the second to last chapter, they really only have 1 more chapter before they get it. So I'm kind of worried that he won't get that. But it's my fault, I guess, because I didn't bring Boyd to all the chapters. And I definitely didn't bring Mist to all the chapters either, I don't think. If I did, whatever. I just didn't bring both of them in the same battle very much. I tried to, though. I just didn't always do it. But otherwise, this chapter, it's not too bad, really. I mean, after you get a general feel for the makeup of this battlefield, and then how to battle the laguz units, you'll be fine. The hardest part about this chapter is the ending. I think I talked about how during my 2 failures that I failed both times when there were only like 4 or 5 enemy units left, because their force where the boss is, it's comprised of mostly not healers, but damn it, what am I trying to say? Magic users with long-range spells and staves. One of them has a sleep staff too, and remember, if one of your units falls asleep, they'll get attacked by anybody regardless of whether or not they'll survive or not, and then they'll try to just kill that unit with all they have. So if you have a very weak resistance unit, do not send them forward into the boss range, otherwise you will get destroyed. You will get destroyed. I'll talk about my second failure a little more later. For for the most part, that's how my first failure went. Just got into range of that sleep staff, and then I got hit by a purge. Then I got hit by a bolting, and since I used a very low resistant unit to move forward with, they pretty much got killed on the spot. No questions asked. They dead. Also for this battle, I've turned on the animations for Mist and Rice, although I do not really believe they will actually get a critical, because their critical rates are usually pretty low. Rice isn't bad. He usually has about a 10% chance of getting a critical, but that's still a pretty low percentage. But I think I've rambled on enough. This is going to be the end for the first video for this chapter. I'm SlimKirby. See you guys for the next video. Later, guys.